Hello and welcome to another SMITE video. So today we're going to be talking about SMITE because it's a SMITE video. The purpose of this video is very simple. We are going to be discussing the Conquest map. I have a couple of things I want to point out and I want to discuss, so that's what we're going to be doing today. Conquest is a very interesting game mode. It does, however, have a very big flaw currently, which I'll be discussing, as well as discussing in general what the mode is and how the map looks. So here I built every single movement speed item in the game just to get myself around the map quicker. That's simple. We are going to be starting off level 1. You can see the Titan room is very wide open. This is deliberate. If you have a look at the rest of the map too, you will see that the lanes are very wide. The jungle is particularly wide and particularly wide open. You can see you have 1 minute of prep time, followed by about 30 seconds until the minions spawn. When the minions spawn, they will meet up in lane and then all the jungle camps will spawn. What normally happens at the moment is most people will start in lane, they will clear wave, and then they will go and do their jungle camps. The problem this has is very simple. The game becomes all about clear, because if you can out clear the other team very quickly, you will get more XP compared to them and more gold, especially if minions start to go under the tower. This allows you to rotate, say, to their jungle camps and then steal their camps pretty easily. Well, steal some of them. Hi-Rez knows this was a problem and they changed it so you didn't have as much damage on them because they increased health. So Hi-Rez knows this is a problem, and then once you've done that, you can just loop back around and then you can come and clear wave again. And you can see here you can do it pretty consistently and pretty much like clockwork, and then you can just go back and you can finish the job, or you can go and contest something else, or you can do, I don't know, another objective like this. And this is what the jungler will be doing with the mid laner most of the time at the moment. You can see that by the time you cleared wave, well, if you can clear wave quickly, that is, you have just about enough time to go back into lane. And due to how the map is designed and how the game is designed currently, you can do this consistently all the time. You have a very small window to clear wave, and then you have a very big window to which you can make use of that clear. So by the time you cleared in, say, about 5-6 seconds or so, you then have about 5 or 6 seconds to move about the map and then go back and keep doing the same thing. Most of the time at the moment, jungle will be splitting wave with a mid laner. So about that. Most of the time at the moment, jungle will be splitting wave with the mid laner. This is because of how much gold is on offer when it comes to the mid lane compared to the camps, which have a, I'm gonna say like a 3-minute respawn timer compared to 30 seconds where you get a consistent amount of gold. Yeah, you can sort of see the problem and why the middle and jungle would stick together, because it's just better to just clear quickly. You get more gold, you get more XP, you can rush items quicker, and then it allows you to rotate and have pressure. If you can get minions into towers, you can do a lot of things. You can actually start to rotate to here, and then you can start put pressure on their entire jungle. All from just clearing wave, just being able to clear wave quicker, just moving about the map efficiently, just getting as much gold as you can and as much XP allows you to then just move about the map and do a lot of damage. Like it's that simple. Hi-Rez knows this is a problem, and they have adjusted the health on the camps in order to try and compensate for this clear problem. However, they haven't gone far enough, and in my view, they should honestly be looking at changing clear times for pretty much every single god in the game. So I understand why they decided not to do that, because it would take a lot of balancing and a lot of work. But honestly, that is the root cause of it. The fact that gods have way too good of a clear with too good of mobility and too good of something else, which allows them to just snowball out of control just by clearing camps. Now, I'm gonna say something that is gonna surprise people. I don't think the jungle is small. I just feel that how they've laid it out currently at the moment makes it feel small. If you have a look at the jungle here, you will see that it's very wide open and very linear, and you have very long sight lines pretty much everywhere. Even in like this area, there's still pretty long sight line if you compare it across the entire thing. There's also something else I want to point out too, is the minion AI honestly needs to be improved. I don't know why my minions are not meeting in the middle anymore, but they seem to have, well, you can see here that they're winning the trade. I don't know why that's the case, but that honestly does need to be fixed as well. Just get rid of the randomness of the minions, make them more consistent, so you don't get minions automatically getting to your tower very, very easily. That would be nice. Alright, so back to what we were saying. The jungle is very, very wide open. It's very linear, and the result is pretty simple to understand. It feels like it's not really a jungle. It feels like it's another lane, and it's very, very safe to move about the jungle. You can literally run around the jungle in such a safe manner that you're literally not at risk if you do not. Like, you're just not at risk if you just move about the jungle. That is the core problem with the jungle currently. It's very easy to enter the jungle very quickly, and it's very, very easy to then go straight to lane, and then very, very easy to do something off of that. It's not the fact that the map is small, it's just the fact that the jungle is designed in such a way that you can very easily move about the jungle without real consequence. And I feel they need to change that somehow. Maybe make the jungle tighter, narrow, or something like that. Maybe that would be a good way of fixing it. But currently at the moment, the jungle is very wide open, very easy to move about in, and that's why people can invade so easily just off a good clear. And that's probably the biggest problem with Conquest at the moment, clear. Gods that don't have good clear suffer. Gods that have great clear that can be used for jungle as well as creeps are fantastic, and then gods that have insane mobility are then fantastic as a result. It's really not that hard to understand where the problem has come from, combined with the fact you have random creep RNG. These are literally the most problems I have with Conquest. Well, these are the problems I have with Conquest currently at the moment. It's taken me a while to work out that clear is the source of most of these issues, combined with the spacing in the jungle and just the routes that you are allowed to take. Very, very simple and easy to understand. I don't have a solution to this, if I'm honest with you, and Hi-Rez knows this is a problem because they wouldn't have changed the XP on a lot of things, and they did. In order to try and solve this, what Hi-Rez has done is they changed the health of the phoenixes and the towers in order to try and reduce the snowball, and they also changed the XP numbers on the camps as well as health, but it hasn't helped too much. It may have just slowed the game down just a little bit, but it hasn't. It's a band-aid, if what I'm trying to say. It's literally a band-aid to a problem that
I have you now.
Honestly they need to solve. So there you go. Thoughts and feelings on Conquest. That's the problem with it. It's very clear focused. That is the main source of most of the issues, and the result is very, very snowball inherently. You can play around the game being snowbally with characters that have slightly less good clear, but it becomes very, very difficult, and you are very reliant on people communicating and being somewhat decent, and honestly the matchmaking sometimes does not give you that. The early game just matters too much, and the game can just snowball out of control, and there's not many mechanics to get back into the game. You are literally reliant on people making mistakes as opposed to being able to outplay them or do something, which is unfortunate really, in my opinion. It also doesn't really reward teamwork. It just rewards a very, I'm gonna say, carry mentality, which honestly you shouldn't be playing Smite like that, but you're sort of forced to do it. Anyway, rambles for today, I guess. Thank you for watching. See you again next time. That was just under 10 minutes. Hopefully that is coherent. I'm going to try and wrap it up now. Jungle clear times are too important. Clear times are too important. The jungle is very, very wide open, and as a result this is where most of the snowball problems come from, because inherently if you can clear faster you can just win. So there you go. Thank you for watching. See you again next time, and don't forget to leave a comment, like, subscribe and do all that fun stuff. More content will be coming soon.
Hey, Owen, I told him that story about you hit me and it not hurt.
Your left tower
You
is under
stupid.
attack.
Bye.